AI related. It's good to have you. Alex Kantrowitz, of course, is here. Okay, no controversy, right, according to Jensen Huang, but friction, no?
Definitely friction. I think OpenAI and Nvidia, without a doubt, need each other. Both have Google breathing behind their necks, right? You have OpenAI and Google competing for the model. You have Nvidia and Google competing for the hardware. The way to beat Google is to team up, and that's why we're seeing these big deals, the $100 billion intent to invest. But that being said, there is without a doubt friction. I believe the reports that Jensen is saying privately that he has some concerns about the way that OpenAI is doing business, and of course he would, because ultimately he made this big deal with OpenAI when OpenAI was the leader. And now you have Google right there with them, and now that is a concern for him.
Do you have issues with the way that OpenAI is doing business in some respects, or if there are legitimate concerns on Jensen Huang's part, are they valid? Are there things to be concerned about?
I don't want to make a mountain out of a molehill. I would say this: OpenAI got a head start ahead of everybody. It built ChatGPT off of effectively publicly available infrastructure, an architecture that even Google published, and they were able to exploit that. There was, without a doubt, going to be a moment where the competition was going to come in. The competition is in. So the fact that the competition has made it here, to me, is not an indictment on OpenAI, but there is pressure on what that company is going to do next.
So if nothing else, this raises the issue, and I think we talked a little bit about this yesterday. I love the word that you just used when you were describing this proposed deal between OpenAI and Nvidia, intent. The reason why stocks go down when incidents like this happen is because the market in many respects has assumed commitment, when at the end of the day, this is intent. Intent doesn't always lead to commitment. We almost need it to justify where these stocks have traded and the benefit of the doubt that investors have given, no?
Oh, absolutely. And by the way, that's the biggest change I've seen in Jensen's language. The press release that Nvidia put out when this all began was that the company intended to invest up to $100 billion. And you hear it with Jensen, even the thing that he was speaking to Kramer about. The way that he frames this is, OpenAI invited us to invest this money. We hope OpenAI continues to invite us to invest this money, and we will consider it. That is a very different line of reasoning and public relations than the initial intent to invest that $100 billion.
Do you think that the market has gotten just overly optimistic about what everybody is going to do and deliver, and we're not going to overspend, we're not going to overbuild? Don't worry about these so-called circular arrangements that have brought a little bit of consternation in the market. What do you think about all that?
I think the market has had some worry there. I mean, we saw with earnings last week as Microsoft's CapEx spend plans went up. The market didn't react very well to that. So I think we're hitting reality in a way. But overall, I would agree with you that there has been this belief that AI is going to work out as these companies say. And we're seeing it with software today. There's so much stuff that has not been figured out yet. There's so much unpredictability and uncertainty across the entire AI world. The chip makers, the foundational model builders, the software companies. Nobody knows where this is going. You speak with them, they're not sure who's going to make the most profit, where the benefit is going to be, how it's going to disrupt certain industries. And it's very, very difficult for the market to predict that, and it's made an attempt, but we're just going to continue to see this readjustment over and over again, and hence the volatility and the up and downs that we're seeing today.
We're making some, many multi-trillion-dollar bets in many respects, and we're seeing market caps of stocks go up by many hundreds of billions of dollars on the belief that all of this is going to work out. And unfortunately, we're not going to really have the answers anytime soon. We're going to have to see how a lot of this plays out.
That's correct. A little bit of signal, the market goes one way or the other. Again, with Microsoft, the build out for their AI program isn't anywhere close to completed. But yet the market says, okay, you're not doing great in AI, down 10%. With Meta, do we have personal superintelligence yet? Not anywhere close. But the market sees some numbers it likes, up 10%. And I just think we're going to be stuck in this cycle for at least the next year, where the market is going to see little signals and make big decisions based off of it, where they don't fully tell the entire story.